In this video, I'll show you how to use keyframe animations in Filmora 11. This is a step-by-step tutorial, so watch and learn. It's pretty simple and really awesome. So let's begin by adding a clip, and I'll go to the stock media and we can just drag this clip right here. So we have a video on the timeline, looks good, waves crashing onto the rocks, etc. There are 4 ways to get to the animation tab, and the first one, if you right click on your clip here, you'll see add animation. If you click on that, takes you to the animation tab. Number 2, you can just double click on your video, and by default it's going to land you on the video, but the animation tab is somewhere here where you can actually customize. And please note that this is available, all licensed users have access to this feature, so it's more or less maybe on the pro versions. So if you'd like to test it out, check it out from the link below. Next up, you can click on tools, animation, add animation, click on that, you get to the same page. And finally, if you want to use the quick animation feature, once you add your clip on the timeline, you'll notice there's a plus that comes in here. It's called the keyframing, and keyframing lets you animate changes to the position, rotation, scale, and opacity of clips and other media. So you can actually use keyframe animations even on text, etc. So let's begin by adding a keyframe quickly using this button. Click on it, and when you notice there is a small dot right here, and when I hover over it, you'll see a hand cursor. You'll also notice that now this particular interface where you adjust your keyframes shows delete and not add. So if I actually delete that, you'll see now we can add. Click on add, and it adds a keyframe here, and you'll see a black bar, more or less translucent bar right here. Now this is to help you see how your keyframes look like, how long they are, etc. So let's say we want to add another keyframe somewhere here, or maybe let's just double click on this keyframe so that we begin maybe with this particular video, maybe with an opacity of 0, so more or less like a fade in. And then let's move this slider down here, the playhead somewhere here, and then let's add another keyframe, or actually click on this, adds another keyframe, and then we can adjust the opacity to 100, and you'll notice there's an arrow that comes in here. And if we actually zoom in slightly, this is what it looks like. If I press on the home key and go to the start and play, that's what it looks like. It looks really good, something that you can adjust and change the way you want. So let's just double click on this keyframe. Let's assume you wanted to scale this video once it comes on this particular keyframe, or maybe as it comes in. You can just zoom in, and then let's just go back home. So as it advances, as the opacity changes, it scales up. Looks really good, something that you can use whichever way that you want. You can minimize this slightly, and then let's just move down somewhere here. Let's add another keyframe. Let's assume you wanted to rotate this video to the right, or maybe actually even to be upside down, about 180, I believe, 180 degrees. That's the upside down. So if I actually play this, zooms in and then flips around into 180 degree, looks really good depending on the use case scenario, etc. It's all up to you. So that's more or less how you add the keyframes. Now if you'd like to remove a particular keyframe, let's assume you want to remove this keyframe, then you can just right click on it, and there's the option to edit a keyframe, delete keyframe, and clear all keyframes. If the clips have a ton of keyframes and maybe you made a mistake, you can use the clear all keyframes, or you can delete this particular keyframe if that particular effect is something that you don't like. So let's assume we don't like the turn of that particular using the rotation section there. Let's delete that, and it's gone. So what we have here is just this particular keyframe, and it goes something like that. Looks really good. It's something that you can use. So let me show you how the text animation also works. It's more or less the same. Just click on a title, and maybe we can just add any title here. So once you do that, you can come in here, just click on your title, just add a keyframe. Now you'll see it adds another keyframe, and you'll see that text keyframes can only be adjusted on the parameter panel below. So you'll see this particular option. Let's just move this. Let's actually just double click on this, and then let's adjust its opacity as well, and then move it in slightly. We can add another keyframe quickly, and then just crank up the opacity so that if we play this, is what you get. If you play this, this is what you get. Your title just appears smoothly into that clip. It's more or less like a fade in, but a really awesome way to do it using keyframes. You can change positions as you do the different keyframe animations inside Filmora 11. So that's it from me, and that is how you can use keyframing in Filmora 11. I hope this video is of value to you. Go out there and create whatever you want to create, and make use of these tutorials to help you along with your creating journey. Thanks for watching.